Good Saturday morning to y'all. Deborah the Bee back with another video from the back roads. It is 10:28 in the a.m. on a Saturday right before Easter. So I thought that I would talk today a little bit about the Easter story, because some people don't even really understand the Easter story, and it can be interpreted in all sorts of ways. You know what I mean? So I thought I might talk about this just briefly and not be like, hoo-ha-hee, you know what I mean? I literally am one of those people. I was trained in radio and television broadcasting. So, like, I'm the little girl sitting on a toilet back in the day, and I'm going, simple truth, fresh citrus, multi-surface cleaning wipes, removes grease, dirt, and grime. And I'm sitting there reading this stuff like I'm some sort of newscaster or something like that. You know, wipe surface cleaning, let air dry, just like they were doing on TV. So I went into that. And I worked as a radio DJ. I'm really into music, so I must have been some disc show back in the day, but that really wasn't what it was. It was all reel to reel. And so from there, when I was being a DJ, I was also working at a wicker or rattan shop, where we sold baskets and rattan furniture and cane furniture, stuff like that, you know, hampers and shelves, etagères as they call them. And in that environment as well, I was a part-time employee that sold more than the rest of the full-time people. So eventually I got on full-time, obviously, because I was selling, and you did get a small commission, which was really cool. I remember getting that job. I walked in, and I just really didn't think anybody would want a job at like some wicker and rattan basket shop downtown. But when I walked in, literally, y'all, I've never ever walked into anything where there was that much competition in a room. I'm not kidding. It's like, oh my God, I'm not getting this job. Look at all these people in here. But here's the deal. I went to Maurice's out in our mall, our old mall, and there was an older woman there, and she loved me, and she was so femininely beautiful. And a lot of my friends knew her, and they all worked at the dress shop, and I didn't work at the clothing stores. I couldn't work. Anyway, we'll do a video on that at another time. But so yeah, I went in there. I was like, I want to get this job. Can you help me find something? So I found this really cool black turtleneck to wear under this gaudy 90s big, huge shoulder pads. It was a black background with red roses all over it. It's cool. And he had a little short skirt with it. You know, it was very 90s. And I had these really awesome kit heel, velvety black with slings. It was a very small heel with black hose. And I walked in there and I'm like, hello, girls. I'm here to get the job. You know, like that. And so, anyway, they hired me. Why? Because of what I was wearing. And I'm not like a fashion horse at all. Another time I got a job at a endangered wildlife refuge as their receptionist there. And that was a really cool job. But they said I also got that job, which I think I was very underqualified, but qualified enough. And I had the phone voice and the personality, and I was willing to take the pay they were offering, which was dirt cheap, right, just to work there. But I had picked up this black leather, I know vegans, whatever, this is a long time ago, but it was at the Disabled American Veterans store. It was in the old J.C. Penney store in our downtown, in our little one-horse town. Now, remember, I was with some of our family members, and I saw this black leather skirt, and I take it, and I go, look, you guys, look at this. And they're like, oh, I'm so sure. And I was like, I'm buying this. So I bought it. Well, I found this, do you remember where they used to put like the gold, like threading in the fabrics, what would make it shine? Well, I found this animal print, really nice, like collared, you know, blouse. And I wore that with the same kind of shoes and black hose. And they told me the reason why I got the job is because I was wearing animal print at a wildlife refuge. So I got the job there. And so, I don't know why. I've done a few things, y'all. I have done a couple of things in my life as far as presenting myself. Everybody's always told me that, you know, I'd be really good at something like this. So anyway, I've had a lot of stuff happen in my life, and I don't want to dwell on that anymore. I've been to hell and back. Let's just say that, okay? Just kind of like Jesus, right? I felt persecuted, tortured. I felt like I was carrying around a damn cross, an old rugged cross, I was carrying it. People were like throwing shit at me and judging me and, falsely accusing me and all that shit. Can you relate? And I've had to, it's really more or less sort of broken me in a way, just like it did Jesus in a way. And then you crawl up on that cross, and it doesn't really do any good, actually, for yourself or the situation or anything. But it did for Jesus. And I have thought many a time, which I'm sure you have as well, what Jesus said right before he died, or so the story goes for those of you that are non-believers, or believe in it differently, let's say. Maybe a more practical application of the Christ principle, consciousness in the world. Forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do. I've said that a lot. I really have. Especially after I lost my dad. And I dealt with all the shit that I had to deal with then. But just 3 days passed. And Jesus crawled out from under that rock, as they say. Rolled that rock away and went out and, walked amongst the masses. Probably felt sun on his face in a different way. And so Sunday can be a resurrection for everyone, really. It's up to you. Spring is that time of the year. It's my favorite time of the year. I enjoy summer. I enjoy spending time with kids and having to be hot and sweating and barbecues. Just outdoor weather. Yeah, sometimes it's too hot. Sometimes there's tons of bugs and skeeters and flies and all that stuff. But that's just part of life here on Earth. So hopefully, after this whole global thing that we've just experienced, perhaps, those that believe, those that even believe, have hope, let's say, that we can be resurrected as a nation, the United States, resurrected as a world, after such a torturous experience, right? So, anyway, happy Easter to all of you. I hope tomorrow is a wonderful day. And remember, you're probably going to be around relatives, but when they're gone, just like everybody thought about Jesus, never expected him to resurrect, did they? But even though he told him, even though I think he pretty much told him, Jesus had a Jesus jargon. I don't know that I would have been. I'd be like, Jesus, what? God dang it, Jesus, just speak clearly, would you? We have no idea what you're saying. You know what I mean? We're like one time, we had a family member that would always say the wrong thing. Never the right place. And one day, we were going to go eat. And I got an enormous family, y'all. So, we were at one buffet, because we were buffet people. And one of the kids went to this other place where there wasn't even a restaurant there anymore. This is one of my sons. So anyway, but like I said, sometimes I think that people thought, they were eating, let's say they were eating a Western sizzling, and Jesus was a surly stockade. I mean, come on, that's kind of the way. And I apologize, I know my voice fluctuates. It's been like that all my life, and I'm pretty sure it's a symptom. So maybe some of you can relate. Anyway, thanks a lot for coming by. Have a wonderful Saturday. The sun's shining in my sky. It's blue skies. I see a little white on the horizon. That concerns me. Makes me think we're getting... Usually when it's white on the horizon, there's a bit of weather coming, maybe, or some sort of weather change. It's just them helping us, I guess, here in our world, right? So, thumb it up, subscribe, and get out there and spread those little pieces of peace, even if it's behind a mask. Just remember, y'all, no matter what, every day can be a new day. Every day can be a resurrection, like the phoenix rising from the ashes. And as I said that, the hair on my arms is out. That must have meant something. We'll see y'all on down the road.